The tickers went wild. The tickers went wild. The tickers went wild. Numbers blurred, screens flashed red and green, and the world's financial pulse quickened in a way not seen in years. A whisper on a New York trading floor became a global roar by midday in Manila, January 21st, 2026. What started as a rumor, a single line of code in the market's bloodstream, soon became the headline on every screen. Newsrooms buzzed with disbelief and excitement. Phones rang off the hook, editors shouted for updates, and journalists scrambled to verify the impossible. The headline, "Musk pledges $10 billion to the Philippines," flashed across the globe, igniting conversations from Wall Street to Makati. It was a financial thunderclap that echoed worldwide. Markets from London to Tokyo jolted, and investors everywhere recalibrated their strategies in real time. For a moment, the world turned its gaze to Southeast Asia. The Philippines, long overlooked, was suddenly the center of the financial universe. In Manila, commuters froze, eyes glued to their phones. The city's usual rush paused as people tried to process what this meant for their future. Market vendors clustered around radios, absorbing every detail. In every corner of the city, from bustling markets to quiet alleys, the news spread like wildfire. The Philippine Stock Exchange soared, hope surging through the nation. Traders cheered, and for the first time in years, optimism felt tangible. This wasn't just another investment, it was Elon Musk, the man of rockets and Mars, choosing the Philippines for his next grand project. The possibilities seemed endless, and the world watched in awe. The air crackled with possibility. The future had arrived. People looked up at the skyline, imagining what could be built, what could change. Financial analysts spoke in superlatives, struggling to quantify the impact. Words like unprecedented, historic, and transformative filled the airwaves. The message was clear: the Philippines was stepping onto the global stage. No longer just a footnote, it was now a headline. For millions, it was a jolt of inspiration, a reason to stay, to build, to dream. Parents hugged their children tighter, and young professionals saw new horizons opening before them. The narrative of brain drain flipped, the world was coming to them. Suddenly, Manila was a destination, not a departure point, and hope was contagious. This was the day everything changed. The city's heartbeat quickened, and the skyline seemed to rise with new ambition. The future of the Philippines was rewritten, live for the world to see. In that moment, Manila wasn't just a city, it was the world's stage, and the story was only beginning. $10 billion, an amount so vast, it's almost impossible to truly grasp. Imagine the sheer weight of that sum, not just as stacks of cash, but as a force capable of reshaping destinies. It's more than the annual budget of many nations, enough to fund entire governments, build cities, or transform the future of a country overnight. Musk's announcement wasn't subtle. It was a global broadcast, a shockwave that rippled through newsrooms and boardrooms around the world. He unveiled plans for a sprawling, state-of-the-art tech campus in the Philippines, seamlessly integrating Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink into one ambitious vision. The investment was immediate, designed for rapid, transformative impact. Construction crews mobilized, contracts were signed, and the countdown to change began. Markets reacted instantly. The peso strengthened, stocks soared, and global investors rushed in, eager not to miss out on the next big thing. The Philippines became a magnet for capital and attention, with business leaders and innovators from every continent landing in Manila. The message was clear: to be part of the future in energy, space, and connectivity, you had to be in the Philippines. The world's eyes were now fixed on this archipelago. This was more than money. It was validation, a signal that the Philippines was ready to play on the world stage. Years of striving for tech relevance were suddenly recognized by one of the world's boldest innovators. The country's potential was no longer a secret. National pride surged. The potential of the Filipino people was on display for all to see, igniting hope and ambition across the nation. Musk didn't promise a single factory. He spoke of an ecosystem, a living, breathing network of innovation and opportunity. Solar panels, batteries, rockets, each piece a building block for a new era of technology and sustainability. And a new generation of engineers, Filipino talent at the forefront, were ready to rise, innovate, and lead, all in one place. The plan was holistic, aiming for a technological leapfrog that would propel the Philippines ahead of its peers. Optimism surged. Chronic problems like infrastructure and energy suddenly seemed solvable, as if the country had found a shortcut to the future. The $10 billion wasn't just an investment, It was a promise of a new beginning, a dawn of possibilities for generations to come. The Philippines was ready to leap forward, embracing a future that once seemed out of reach, but now felt inevitable. Just days after the groundbreaking announcement, Elon Musk touched down in Manila, greeted by a wave of global excitement and anticipation. The world's eyes were on the Philippines, as the arrival of one of the most influential innovators of our time signaled the beginning of something extraordinary. Musk didn't just wave from afar, he immersed himself in the crowd, shaking hands and exchanging smiles, making it clear that he was here to collaborate with the Filipino people to build a future together, not simply to invest from a distance. At a highly anticipated live press conference, Musk unveiled his ambitious vision, the Maharlika Tech Campus, a project unlike anything the region had ever seen. This campus would be more than just a cluster of factories. It would be a self-sustaining city of innovation, powered entirely by renewable energy, designed to inspire and nurture creativity, and to set a new global standard for sustainable development. The Maharlika Tech Campus would become a magnet for the world's brightest minds, drawing international experts to work side by side with Filipino engineers, scientists, and visionaries. Strategically, a coastal site was selected offering direct access to both the sea and the sky, perfect for innovation in transportation, energy, and space technology. Within this futuristic campus, a Tesla Gigafactory would rise, alongside a SpaceX launch facility and Starlink's regional nerve center, making the Philippines a hub for cutting-edge technology in Asia. Over the next 5 years, the project would generate more than 100,000 high-skilled jobs, not just in assembly lines, but in advanced research, engineering, and design, empowering Filipinos to lead in the global tech revolution. This was a true partnership, built on mutual respect and collaboration, not a simple outsourcing of labor. Universities and state-of-the-art training centers would be established, ensuring that local talent could thrive, adapt, and innovate for generations to come. Musk saw the Philippines not as a source of cheap labor, but as a wellspring of untapped potential, brimming with creativity, determination, and hope. His vision was bold, yet tangible, offering every Filipino a real stake in a brighter, more prosperous future, and inspiring a new generation to dream bigger than ever before. Ambition filled the air. For the first time, the impossible felt truly within reach, and a new era for the Philippines was about to begin. Why the Philippines? Musk's choice was strategic, not sentimental. The country is a perfect storm of opportunity, young, tech-savvy, and hungry for progress. The median age is just 25, a digitally native, English-fluent workforce ready for high-tech challenges. Musk wanted builders, not followers. Geography matters. The equatorial location is ideal for rocket launches, saving fuel and boosting payloads. The archipelago is rich in sunlight and minerals, perfect for solar and battery production. The nation's challenges, energy, connectivity, climate, are opportunities for Musk's solutions. By introducing solar grids, satellite internet, and a tech industrial base, Musk's plan addresses real needs. The Philippines is at a tipping point with the right people, resources, and problems to solve. It's a match for Musk's world-changing ambitions. The country's potential is finally being unlocked. The world is watching a new tech frontier emerge. The first pillar, energy. The Philippines' unstable, expensive grid meets Musk's solar solution. Massive solar farms and a Tesla Gigafactory will power a decentralized, resilient network. The Gigafactory will produce solar panels and batteries, making clean energy available 24/7. Hospitals, businesses, and homes, urban and remote, will have reliable power. Tens of thousands of high-skilled jobs will be created, sparking a new domestic industry. Local economies will thrive as suppliers and services grow. The shift to solar means energy independence, less reliance on imported fossil fuels, and climate leadership. Musk's energy plan isn't just about keeping the lights on, it's about empowering the nation. Clean, affordable, resilient energy becomes the foundation for progress. The sun will power the Philippines' future. The second pillar, space. A SpaceX launch facility on the Philippines' east coast leverages the equatorial advantage. Cheaper, more efficient launches. The country becomes a global gateway to space, attracting top talent and building an aerospace ecosystem. Universities and research institutions will flourish, inspiring a new generation of Filipino scientists and engineers. The launch pad is more than steel. It's a launch pad for dreams. Rockets soaring from Philippine soil will become a symbol of ambition. The spaceport will support satellites for climate, disaster management, and communications. Thousands of high-paying jobs and new industries will emerge. The Philippines steps boldly into the space age. The third pillar, connectivity, powered by Starlink. For a nation of thousands of islands, digital isolation is a real barrier. Starlink's satellite internet will provide universal, high-speed coverage. No island left behind. Fishermen, students, and entrepreneurs in remote areas will access the digital world. Starlink leapfrogs the need for costly infrastructure, erasing the digital divide. This connectivity is the glue for Musk's other pillars. Smart grids and space operations rely on robust networks. Telemedicine, digital banking, and remote work become possible everywhere. Opportunity is democratized. Innovation can happen in any community. Starlink weaves the nation into a single, empowered whole. No Filipino is left behind in the digital age. Ambition brings challenges. Infrastructure gaps, ports, roads, and the power grid must be upgraded to support Musk's vision. Bureaucracy and red tape threaten to slow progress. Streamlined government partnership is essential. The Philippines' location means typhoons and earthquakes are constant threats. Maharlika campus and related facilities must be built to withstand disasters. Engineering resilience is as important as financial investment. Yet these challenges are not new, and Musk's investment provides the tools to address them. The need for Maharlika justifies accelerating national infrastructure projects. Musk's companies can help modernize bureaucracy and set new standards for disaster-resilient construction. The project is both a challenge and a solution. It forces the nation to confront weaknesses and build a stronger future. The risks are real, but so are the rewards. The Philippines is ready to rise to the challenge. What does this mean for the Philippines? A new era begins. The immediate impact, over 100,000 high-skilled jobs and a massive economic boost. But the real revolution is long-term, ending brain drain, creating new industries, and attracting global talent. The Philippines will move up the global value chain, from services to deep tech innovation. Maharlika will be a beacon of innovation, a Silicon Valley of the East with Filipino character. Musk gains a strategic location and vibrant workforce. The Philippines gains a powerful partner. It's a symbiotic relationship. Progress in one area fuels another. The success of each pillar depends on the others, creating a cycle of national development. The future is unwritten, and that's the most exciting part. The risks are high, but the rewards are monumental. This is a high-stakes bet on a nation's potential. The world is watching as the Philippines aims for the stars. January 21, 2026 will be remembered as the day the future truly began.